Hello everyone, welcome to this video where I'm going to show you how to start using Kismet with CatSniffer. Kismet is a tool for sniffing various protocols and displaying them in an interface. The first step we will need for this video will be to have Kismet installed. To find the Kismet installation instructions, we can refer to the official Kismet documentation at kismetwireless.net. If we go to the README documentation, we can find an installation section where you can find this installation instruction for each operating system. It is worth noting that for Windows the installation processes are based on a Linux virtual machine. In my case, I already have Kismet installed on my Ubuntu installation, but you can find all the instructions here. Okay, so I'm going to minimize this window and I will open a terminal on the desktop to verify that I have Kismet installed. I will run the command kismet -version, and as you can see it tells me that I have Kismet version 2026. Also on the right side of the screen you can see that I have my CatSniffer connected and ready for this tutorial. The next step will be to prepare the CatSniffer so that Kismet recognizes. To do this, I will use Catnip, our tool that will help us to flash the firmware in our CatSniffer. The first thing I will do is to clear the terminal, and now I'm gonna show you how I have the latest version of Catnip with this command, and as you can see I have version 3320. So the next step is to flash the firmware with the command Catnip space flash space ti_sniffer. This is a firmware that is compatible with our CatSniffer and Kismet. So I'm gonna press enter and the process will start right away, and we only need to wait for the process to end, to finish, and as you can see it is already flashed and our CatSniffer is ready for use it with Kismet. And the next step will be to open Kismet directly. To run Kismet, it is enough to run the Kismet command. And as you can see, a log of the process that is running will automatically start showing. At the top, it will tell us to go to this link or we can click it. And it will also create two files. One file is the current process and another file where it will be saved the logs, which is a database type file. So I'm going to open the Kismet, and this is the main view of Kismet. In the upper left part of you can find the menu, which is 3 lines, and you can find the Kismet settings where you can modify things like the interface visualization, colors, GPS settings, login and password. This is important because the first time you run Kismet it will ask you to create a username and a password. You should save this, but more importantly we have the data source option. Here you can find where Kismet is obtaining the information. On this occasion, since I only executed the Kismet command without indicating anything, it is taking the device that comes on my laptop. In this case, it is detecting the Wi-Fi antenna on my laptop, and it is not what I want. So what I'm going to do is to close this Kismet session. I'm gonna open the console and I'm going to type Ctrl+C to stop the process. Okay, so I'm gonna clear the console, and I'm going to start using our CatSniffer with Kismet. We could refer again to the official documentation in the CatSniffer section. We're looking in CatSniffer, and we scroll, we can find how we can use Kismet together with CatSniffer. Here is the command, so let's get to it. I'm going to minimize this. As we can see, the log of file of the free session remain. but now another will be created. So write the command Kismet -c, that is to indicate that we are going to use a custom database. Let me place this here. We're going to write, as indicated here in the documentation, that we're going to use a CatSniffer, which is a Zigbee device. The firmware of CatSniffer is this. You can obtain this information from Catnip devices command. In this case, I know where the serial port of my CatSniffer. We have to give it a name. In this case, I'm going to give it the name PCAP. And the Kismet documentation tells us which channel CatSniffer can work on, but we can also set it to channel hopping. This is jumping between channels, so channel hop equals true. Or you can also set it to false and choose which channels we want it to start or which channels we want it to focus on. And this is the whole command. We press enter, and as you can see, the process will begin. There is no error except this one, which is related to Flipper, but it doesn't affect us since we are using CatSniffer. I'm going to open Kismet, and we are going to verify that our data source was selected correctly. As you can see here, it already shows that the data source is named PCAP. There is a CatSniffer, Zigbee device, the process ID, the version, and much more. It is telling us that it is currently running, that is doing channel hopping and jumping between these channels. And it is jumping every 5 seconds. This can take quite a while depending on the amount of devices you have around you. In this case, I know that the Zigbee devices around me are only working on channel 25, so I'm going to remove all of these, and it will say, as you can see, and immediately I will be receiving packets. Okay, let me close this, and as you can see, I'm already receiving packets from 2 devices. I'm going to wait a bit longer to see if the CatSniffer find another device or more packets. Well, during the process, the CatSniffer might find more packets, but what I wanted to show you is this isn't all we can see with Kismet. We can open each of these to see more detailed information. I'm going to move, let me open one of these, and I'm going to move it this a bit to the middle, so you can see it. Kismet is giving it a name. We can also modify this name. We can add nodes, we can emit light bulb if you know that what it is. It tells us the MAC address also. We can see more information, tell us that this is the unique address of the device, the manufacturer. In this case, we don't know who manufacturer is, what type of communication it uses. In this case, in this instance, it is using Zigbee. When was the first time and when was the last time seen, what channel is working on, and what is the frequency, etc. In the next section, you can see the strength of the signal. This is quite useful to identify a device in a physical environment. And here you can see the ratio of how many packets or data are sent per second, minute, or hour. In the next section, seen by, in this section we will realize which of our devices or which of our data source. So that device in this instance is what's seen by PCAP, which is our CatSniffer running Zigbee. And finally, more advanced options that give us a JSON file where we can see more information. It will open it. As you can see here, it gives us a lot of information. Okay, so it seems that CatSniffer for other devices. While we were checking this, we can open another one. You can open as many as you want to analyze and compare information. But well, in general, this is the use of Kismet with CatSniffer. Together with CatSniffer, you can add alerts according to the Kismet documentation. Here you can find how alerts are used. You can add also a GPS to this integration to do analysis of the captured packets together with their GPS data to do war driving, and well, do many more things. What I want to show you now is another Kismet tool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to close this, and we're going to keep the Kismet documentation open. I recommend you to visit it, and I stop the process and I clean the terminal. And as you can see in the right of the desktop, I have another file from this new sniffing session. One of the Kismet tools is being able to create these types of Kismet documents, which are in-depth sales databases, into PCAP files that we can import into Wireshark for a more exhaustive analysis along with the sectors. For that, we can use the command Kismet db PCAP space. We're going to tell it the name of the input file, which is Kismet and the name. And now we need to set a name for the output file. In this case, I'm going to name it Zigbee _variant .pcapng. And as you can see, it converted and it created a new file, which I have it here in my desktop. If I open it, this new file, it will open Wireshark. In this case, we have it installed, and as you can see here, I can see a lot more information that I couldn't see in Kismet. And well friends, this is all for this video. I hope it has served you to know how to start using CatSniffer together with Kismet and sniffing Zigbee networks. See you until next time. Bye.